Hi there, my name is Olivia Pompa. This is going to be the week 5 extremity um, assignment video of the toes and the foot. So let's get started. First, I would start with my introduction. So let me start there. Hi, I'm student clinician Olivia Pompa. Today we're going to be taking extremity view x-rays of your foot and your toes. If we do anything that hurts you, please let me know. If you have any questions throughout this process, also let me know. And everything we will discuss will be held in strict confidence. May I begin? And given they say yes, we will continue. Okay, so for this, first I would make sure that they have the appropriate jewelry off, earrings, necklaces. Well, for the foot, not necessary, but I would still do it just in case. So this is going to be kind of a weird angle, but I couldn't think of a better way to do this. So I'm going to be tilting the camera downwards, and here we go. Oh. Okay, so here I have my cassette on my ortho book, so we'll be doing this here. Okay, this is kind of an awkward position, but first we're going to be talking about the AP toes, okay? So for the AP toes, we're going to be talking about putting the foot in this position. We're going to be taking an A to P projection of the toes, okay? So for here, I would align the central ray to the third metatarsal phalangeal joint, so about right here. In fact, actually, what I would do is I would position the foot, or the toes, excuse me, this is a toe view, more into the center of the cassette. So, right, so here I am into here, into the third metatarsal phalangeal joint. The anatomy that we see here is the phalanges of the 5 toes, and also the distal metatarsals of the foot, so in here, right? So we're captioning, we want to collimate to the end of the toes to the distal metatarsal joints here. Okay, next we're going to talk about the medial oblique. So for this one, we can imagine that we're going to be rotating our foot into a 45-degree medial angle. Okay, same thing, central ray into the third metatarsal phalangeal joint, but we're going to be like this. Okay, same thing as the A to P, except this is a medial projection. We're going to be collimating from the end of the toes to the distal metatarsals here. Okay, so just like that. And then next, we're going to be talking about the sesamoid view, the lateral view. Let me see if that is what we're doing here. I think it's the lateral. Yes, so it's the lateral. So we're going to be like this. Same thing, collimating to the toes, just like the AP. And we're going to be in the center of this collimation. So in the middle of the third metatarsal to here. So collimating into the proximal metatarsal bones here. Okay. A view that wasn't specified if we were supposed to do or not was the sesamoid, which I actually found this one to be kind of interesting, so I might as well talk about it. So I thought this one was kind of cool, but the person is up like this, right, in this position here, and the central ray is pointing into this, into the third metatarsal. Like, I know this is kind of hard to explain when I'm like this, but okay, let's move on into the foot. Okay, so for the foot, we're going to be talking about the A to P first, so same thing, except for this, I would be putting the foot into the center of the cassette, or the image receptor here. So for this one, the central ray is going to be directed perpendicular. Actually, this is 10 degrees toward the heel, so through the middle of the foot, though. So about right here is where we're going to be collimating to the end of the navicular, the cuboid metatarsals, cuneiforms, which are here, and to the end of the phalanges. Okay, so this is going to be the A to P projection here. Okay, next we're going to be talking about, also just something to take note is this image can be taken standing in A to P projection, but for this case, for my case, I'm taking it seated like this. Okay. Whew, I am talking at a million speeds per hour. Okay, next we're going to be talking about the lateral position of the foot, right? So we're going to be like this, right? And this is where we're going to take a projection with my foot in the middle of the cassette into perpendicular through the metatarsals, right? So to the center of this film here. So right into the center of the foot, right here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. And the anatomy we see here is the tarsals, the metatarsals, phalanges, and the soft tissue that's located in here. Okay. And then the last one is going to be the medial oblique, which we haven't talked about yet. So for this one, we're going to start at the plantar surface here. And we're going to rotate 45 degrees. And we're going to be pointing the central ray perpendicular through the middle of the foot, right at the base of the metatarsals. So about right here. Okay. This allows us to see the articulations of this aspect of the foot. So if we were looking, right, these are best seen on this view are actually the lateral aspects of the foot. So if we chose to do an external oblique, like so, right, like this, we would see the articulations of the medial side of the foot better. Okay, so that is going to be the oblique, and that are the 6 views for this week. Thank you very much. I hope you have a good night.